evening and welcome to Laguna Seca. Group 2, it's me and Jonathan Wood today.
Yep, hey, good to be here, mate.
Welcome, Jonathan. And I have the standings. This is the last race of the 8th in the season. Thomas Rainier, is that how you say it now? Rainier?
Yep, Renier.
Yeah, Rainier, I'm practicing. And Hugo Caballero, so he basically have it in the bag, I think, 391 points. And then we have Hugo Caballero, 331, Jeremy on 327, Mappe Canson, Sweden, 325, and Randy Zimmer, 305. So I think, P2 for sure in the championship is up for grabs. No question.
You know
about
what's
that.
really cool there, mate? The top 5 is, we've got 4 different nationalities, which is like absolutely brilliant. It just goes to show, our championship is like multinational. Awesome.
Yeah, international reach. So we have cars rolling, 15-minute qualifying, and a 5-0 50-minute race. So, and we have 23 people right now in. So, looking forward to this. And you were driving this track yesterday. Any observations of trickiness?
Oh, yeah, lots of observations. I mean, I don't have enough time to go through all of them, but the general gist of things is stay on the black stuff, basically, because if you go slightly off, you go basically in the sand and it spins your tires and you will spin. So, I think this circuit, above all else, other than the first turn, you have to hit all of the apexes in order to get a good lap time and gain on the car in front. You miss an apex, you can lose a massive amount of time basically on the track.
Yeah, and in the start, we were talking about that before the broadcast there. It could be pandemonium, second turn, as you come down into the Andretti hairpin. That's one of the few corners actually that has a name. It's only Andretti hairpin, turn 2, and then we have turn 9, rainy curve. Those are really the only corner names we have.
Isn't there a Ray Hall Straight as well?
Yeah.
The sad thing is, the Andretti name is an amazing name. It's probably one of the top 2 or 3 names in motorsport. And on this track, which corner do they call the Andretti corner? It's the bloody slowest corner, the most unexciting corner on the track, right? But to your point, Krista, so my prediction is absolute freaking pandemonium on a few different corners. So we've got turn 1, which is a double apex, which is going to be very, very tricky because you're downhill braking. So there's going to be potential there. And then as you go uphill and then you go over the crest, and then you drop down into the corkscrew, which is another super iconic corner in motor racing, but it's very high speed going up the hill, and you've got to hit that braking point, and if you slightly miss the braking point, you're going to crash. So, yes, lap 1 is going to be exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Want to recognize the guys on the stream so far. I think that's Sylvain is on from Belgique. Terry Howard. Hi, guys.
Yeah, hey, chap. Hey, Terry. Thanks. He says hello, champ.
Yeah, hi, champ. yeah. We have to mention that. Jonathan Wood, the newly crowned Porsche Cup champ, is in the commentary booth. It's like having Nico Rosberg in for, commentary.
Hey, I'll take that. I prefer Jensen Button, but,
Yeah, Button is
I'll take it. That's a good compliment. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so the drivers are out on the track. They've posted their first lap. So, first of all, we got P1 is Mappe Canson. He's picked up a 123.9. Thomas Renier is 6/10 behind him, and then they start to spread. I would say that with this track, you need a couple of laps to get everything really, really up to temperature, so you can get the maximum out of everything. Oh, we've got the spinner there. I think that was that Robert Obando.
I think so.
But either way, I'm predicting a low 23 at best. I did see Robert last night post a 23.3. So we'll see. I don't really know about the rest of them, but in pre-qualifying for sure, Mappe was very good. Thomas was very good. Obviously, our Robert Obando, Hugo was very quick, and Randy Zimmer and Andy Driscoll. The rest of these folks, I didn't really see, challenging the top 5, but you don't know who's been sandbagging. Hey, yeah. Derek.
Yeah, speaking of sand, there's a lot of sand around the track, and actually the Laguna Seca is Spanish for dry lagoon. So it used to be a lake where this track is, and the course is built around the dry lake bed. So that's where we drive.
Must have been many, many years ago, because this is in California, like central to northern California, just south of San Francisco. We basically don't have any water in California, yeah. So.
And there's a Laguna Seca.
Seen this a few thousand years ago.
There's a ranch here, which is called Laguna Seca Ranch. It's been operating since 1867. It's amazing. Wow. Active ranch. Hey Derek, how are you? So guys on the stream, let us know. Can you hear me and Jonathan equally, sound level wise? If I need to adjust, let me know. I put a little gain on OBS on the Discord audio, so I can actually boost your to boost you in the stream if needed. You don't have to do anything.
So Andy Driscoll just posted a 23.6. See if everyone can miss the barriers as you come in. It's a really, really quick braking down into first gear as you come into the pits, and then on the exit, the pit lane is very, very narrow and very, very very tight left-hander. So as you come out of the pits, you've got to make sure that you don't have any kind of issues. You've got to really, really tiptoe. Robert Obando, P1, 123.5. Then we've got a spread all the way down to 22, which is Frederick Tennant in the number 70 Bentley. I see that his brother is not here, so I think he's either still in hospital or he is recovering at home. But either way, we send our love to Mr. Tennant, to Frank Tennant, and wish you better, mate.
Yeah, all the best. So now we have a 23-1 on Driscoll. I root for Jeremy. I mean, it would be cool if Jeremy could take like a second or be on the podium and get P3 in the championship or something.
Yeah, cool, and we've got top 3 are Ferraris now. So actually, Andy Driscoll just posted a 23.1, and he just parked it into the pits. So I think he might be just sitting on that and saying, "Oh, you know what? This is it. I'm done." So Terry Driscoll, hey guys, Team Driscoll is in the house.
Yeah, Team Driscoll.
Good stuff. Yeah,
awesome.
and he is currently in provisional pole position. So
look at that. Who's that livery? I was looking in the. What is that? A splash of color on that Porsche there. I don't know who that is.
I saw that. I'm not sure who that is.
We'll see him during the race, I'm sure. Let's see, where is Ubando? Maybe you should take us through a lap here with someone.
Let's see. You want to pick somebody, and I will try and pick them up.
Yeah. Let's see where we have everyone. I'm following Ubando here. I'm gonna see where we are on Ubando. He's coming. He's just going through the corkscrew. One of the top guys. Okay, maybe go with Kanson. I think he's finishing his lap now. I'll go in the cockpit of... where is he now? Kanson. Oh, he's just starting. Kanson is starting. Yeah, follow Kanson.
Okay, I'm trying... Oh, there he is. Okay, yeah, so he's actually gone through turn 2 and turn 3. He's going into turn 4 now, which is a left-hander. And, go down into probably like third or second gear. You got to hit that apex to get on the power. really, really early. This is a very quick left-hander. You're going to go down a gear or just brake. He's gone a little bit wide, and I'm sure that a lap is going to have to be aborted. But either way, going up to the corkscrew, braking as you hit those black lines on the road, and then drop down. If you've ever driven this race or this course in VR, that is the most amazing section. Then it follows a fast left-hander in third gear, and then a right-hander, which you drop down into second before going into the final bend, which is first gear. There you can actually really, really take the inside line and run over the inside curb and literally straddle it. And you gain a lot of time for going back down this long straight.
Yeah, Rahal straight as you come up towards the corkscrew. That's where he lost his time because he went out. And if you get your wheel on the sand, it's kind of over because then you lose a lot of momentum.
Shit, so Terry is saying that it's Andy Driscoll's birthday today, and he's drunk a whole bottle of wine.
Oh, wow.
So he's in happy mode, but he's drinking and driving. So is this legal?
Wow.
Krista, is this actually legal for us to be able to, say drinking and driving and eSeniors is okay?
I don't think it's in the rules, actually. So I think we are okay. I always tell my wife, I always drive much better when I'm drunk, so I'm more relaxed.
God, really?
Actually, I don't drink at all, so I'm my wife's best friend when she's out partying. So.
All right, so what do we got? We've got Andy Driscoll in P1 at 123.1, followed closely by Robert Obando, then Richard Colomb in P3, not far behind, then Mappy Canson, Daniel Britos, Hugo Caballero, Thomas Rainier, Neil Leader, and Mr. McClellan in P9, with Lee Ellis rounding out the top 10. A 1.5 second spread between P1 and P10 here.
Yeah, closing down to 3 minutes left. I want to find that Ferrari with that color. Okay, that's Lawrence. Okay, I don't have the side view anymore on that. Okay, it's Lawrence that have that colorful Porsche thing.
Yeah, that's cool. It looks like he's kind of run through like a whole bunch of people throwing paint around.
Yeah, it's like that Holi festival in India.
yeah, exactly.
All right.
And like as you were saying a little bit earlier about, you've got folks like Jeremy who could quite easily, if he stays out of trouble, wind up on the podium. And that is the case here because you've got to not push. So another one of those tracks, just like Mount Panorama, where, Panorama, you're on a mountain, you have to drive during the race at like 90 or 95%, otherwise you're going to crash. It's pretty much the same here. There are parts of the track, I would say like 80% of the track, you can't really push. You've just got to hit the same marks every single time, every single lap, and play the conservative game. So, if you do that, the likelihood is that folks in front of you are going to drop it, and you're going to end up, gaining a lot of places. So a conservative race here is always going to reap benefits.
Yeah, I just followed Canson, and he did good until he got out of the corkscrew, and he had a little, encounter there. So I heard that in real life, they're repaving this track, and they're actually removing those big sausage curbs. So,
is that right?
Yeah.
I don't mind the sausage curbs here. I mean, if you hit them, you die. But they present a good marker of where you need to be on the track. I managed yesterday a whole race, and I only kissed the sausages like maybe twice.
Yeah.
You can get away with kissing the sausages, just don't sit on them. Not good.
Exactly.
Okay.
So Bando, he's 1. Oh, he took out another car as he bounced out from the track. He took out. He took out Driscoll. Yeah. He bounced out on track. They had a little encounter.
All three of them are in the pits now.
Yeah. Time is running out, less than 1 minute, so I think it's going to be Driscoll or Bando. Canson went into P3. Good round for him. Colomb on in P4. There we go. There's qualifying. Let's see, where did Jeremy? P13. So that's disappointing for him if he had aspirations to get on the podium.
He can still get well within the top 10. I mean, he could get into the top 6, I think. Oh, Daniel Britos just spun coming down the hill, and that will be the end of his qualifying. Hugo is still out there.
Yeah, there's only 6 points between P4 and P2 in the championship, so it's going to be interesting.
Mike Molesky just improved. He's in P17.
Simmer is out running. He might be able to improve his position if he gets the time right.
Hugo is just finishing his lap. It's not an improvement. That was 0.3 slower.
Oh, Banks had a good time, but he stays in P12 because in the that last turn is really difficult. Simmer is up 0.3. Maybe he can do something. Coming through the corkscrew. Lost all his time. Yeah, I think he actually disqualified his lap there. So that's everyone. I'm gonna put on the... actually, I can't do that. I'm gonna keep it on the game still. I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna do a little pit stop myself while these guys are sitting in the pits. So I'll be right back.
All right, well, in that case, I will go over the grid for you. So we have in pole position is Driscoll, and then in P2, Obando, P3, Mappe Kansund, then Richard Colomb, Caballero, Britos, Redier, Zimmer, Leader, McClellan, Lee Ellis in P11, then Banks, Jeremy Arabas, Messick, Schmidt, Bekovac, Molesky, White, Parks, and somebody whose name I cannot pronounce, but I will try. Vasconcelos from Portugal in P20. And then Lawrence in 21st, Brady Tennant in P22, and Darby in 23rd place. Got a spread of 5 seconds from pole position back to the last row on the grid, but I think that we're going to have some fireworks. First turn on the first lap. It's just a question of keeping track of who's going to go off track. I think it's inevitable. We don't like seeing, these guys crashing into each other, but it's just kind of a reality of racing, and especially on this kind of track. And you know what? It's the last race of the season. And there's basically nothing to lose. We've got a couple of folks who can potentially go up in the standings, but I think Thomas Rainier has basically got it in the bag. All he needs to do is start, and he will get enough points to win the championship. So either way, nothing to lose from anyone, and it's going to be an exciting race.
Yeah, and then we have a break of 2 weeks, and we're going to start the new championship. Details will be announced tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I'll take a pit stop now myself.
Yeah, do it. You have 2 minutes. Sometimes I have a view of the cars from the side, but it's so weird because sometimes it is on the button and now it's not, so that's all right. Get into the right mode. The helicopter view. So we have a short formation lap. We want to thank the sponsors, Sundeo, Sim3D, and Castle & Cauldron, that makes this possible through their generous donations. And if anyone wants to donate to the group, you can do that. Go to our homepage. Actually, I'm gonna put up the homepage on our on this in the chat for newcomers. Want to connect with us? Race with 50 years and older racers, mature, safe, and fun racing.
Never drinking and driving.
Never drinking and driving.
Always responsible.
Always. I'm gonna paste a link also to Pitwall, where you can see our stream from Twitch and also see some more detailed data, which is kind of cool. Okay. Couple of seconds left. There we go. Start rolling.
And it's an unusual lap as well, isn't it? Because when, you know, it's only supposed to be a couple of corners for the start, but it's not. It's literally half a lap.
And I always wonder if, you know, weaving and try to warm your tires, does it actually do anything? I know you're gonna heat up your brakes, which I guess is good, but I'm not sure the weaving back and forth do anything.
It really doesn't, because, you know, that kind of thing, it needs to be consistent across a whole lap, because you lose the temperature straight away.
Yeah.
Same with the brakes. You know, as soon as you get on the gas and go down part of a straight, you lose the temperature in the brakes straight away again. But these guys are all adults, and they've driven many, many laps of this course, I would hope. And if they get into trouble, it's their fault.
Yeah. So we
no
have
one's playing but themselves. Here we go.
Here we go. And yeah, I guess, yeah, we don't have long enough grid, so people start around the bend. Oh, look at that. The first two are way ahead of the other guys.
Yeah, they know they need to get in front. And
there we go. Here's the start.
Tried.
Driscoll takes the inside. Let's see what happens as we come down. Pan out. We're almost 3 wide there. People are taking it easy. I'm gonna just pan down the whole field in that turn. Came through that turn well. Very nice. Driscoll comfortable there in the first right now. Britos gained the position. Column based gained the position. Oh, very close racing. Rainier. And those two blue and white cars, Argentina and Uruguay. That's a little, what do you say? Oh, someone went off. McClellan and Zimmer got together.
He went back on track though.
Yeah, he got caught.
There's no yellow.
Oh, Britos. Was that contact? Well, we'll find that out.
Don't think so.
I'm gonna look on my...
All behaving themselves as we go up to the corkscrew and go through.
Yeah, something happened with Britos there. Car number 15. Yeah, there was contact between car 70. Yeah, is it Tennant? Tennant and Britos? That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. It was Tennant was like on the back row.
Yeah. Maybe contact when he's getting back on track. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so Andy Driscoll, after 1 lap, is leading from Robert Obando by 2 seconds, and then another 1.7 to Richard Colomb, and then Mape's a second behind him.
David Craig, welcome to the stream. So here we have this little midfield, Banks, Leader, and Zimmer. Oh, Zimmer spun around and tried to recover. It's unfortunate. That's going to be tough for him. We have a little group of 3 here. Leader, Banks.
Driscoll has spun. Driscoll spun it out on the exit of the corkscrew. So Robert Obando takes the lead. And that Driscoll, he was literally facing backwards. So that bottle of wine definitely didn't help him.
Ouch. Yeah,
So,
I just catch the replay there. That wasn't good. He bounced off that little kink that you kind of just dip into.
Yeah, you know, on the exit there, you've got to just touch the curb. If you go on the green stuff, there's a bump there that can get you really, really all over the place.
Oh, that's
Paid the
too
price.
bad. Driscoll was
So
nice
Robert-
there.
Yeah, Robert has a 4.5 second lead, so he now needs to keep a cool head to win this one.
Yeah, that's what you always say. He needs to take it serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Robert, where does he sit? I'm scanning down the championship standings. Yeah, Robert sits in P11, and he won the last race, so that would be great for him. Oh, we have a little... Oh, Driscoll again. Let's do a replay. What happened here? Oh, a little contact, 2 cars in front of him, and one of them goes out. Oh.
Yeah, he's now going slowly.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Goes from worse to even more worse.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to retire his car. Yeah, Jay Gray says, I have a feeling Driscoll will retire. Yeah, he's going around real slowly.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, now he's hit the wall again. Yeah, I think he's given up. Trying to get out of the way of the cars coming. Driscoll had too much Driscoll sauce.
Yeah, but on that last one, it was really the car that kind of, there was this black Porsche that got caught on the curb and kind of snapped into the track and took him out. Not really his fault.
So Fred Tennant is in P15. He's picked up like five or six places.
He's up seven places actually.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. So, you know, if he just chills and, you know, does a decent race, a conservative race, then he's going to move up the field. He'll easily be in the top 10 by the end of the race.
And Messick is just now the big winner because he has gained 9 positions. Messick,
yeah, he's in P5.
In his Porsche. It's nice driving. Like you said, you know, it's just get your rhythm and just do your thing and let the other guys around you crash. Jeremy Robas have the fastest in the speed trap, 234 kilometers an hour. So he's fastest on track. Nice. And tire wear is a thing on this track, I'm sure. Here comes Simmer on... it's Lawrence that have that nice livery there. Splash of color. Simmer just passed him. Looked like almost Lawrence yielded to him.
Yeah, he pulled over, didn't he?
Daniel, who had that calamity in the beginning, he's still on the track, so that's nice. So is Caballero. Simmer on Tennant, goes on the inside. Yeah, easy pass there. Maybe they realized that Simmer is the faster of these guys that race in the lower part of the race right now. I want to get the shot of
so Andy is now in the chat in YouTube. So yeah, Andy, bad luck, mate. You're going really well. Great pole position. But yeah, it sounds like that bottle of wine didn't really sit very well with you. Spun at the exit of the corkscrew. But yeah, Robert is still in P1. He's got like 6.5 seconds on Richard Colomb.
And Kansund is being challenged by Thomas in the Porsche. Yellow flag on Darby.
Andy says that's the story of his season. What, drinking and driving while you're racing an eSeniors? You put on a good show while it lasted. I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's too bad. You had your whole fan club.
So Stan is asking, what will determine Group 1 and Group 2 for Season 8, Krista? I don't think we can quite answer that question. And I think normally, Stan, what happens is, throughout the seasons, we get a really good idea. Like, we've been doing this for, 2.5 years. And a lot of these folks have been with us for that long. And, we have got a really good gauge on what everyone's speed is. When we get new folks who come in the off season, we have basically races pretty much every day, and we can figure out their speed and exactly where to put them, whether they should be in Group 1 or Group 2. Normally, it's pretty obvious. There's not a whole lot of overlap. A lot of these guys, I would say, Robert is leading right now, and he's leading pretty convincingly. But put him in Group 1, and he'd probably qualify on the fringes of the top 20, or in the teens. So it's a difficult one to talk about. But for sure, actually, after these races today, we're going to have some news that we're going to, promote about the next season and how it's going to work. And it is going to basically talk to that idea of Group 1 and Group 2. Hey, Jaime, good to see you, mate. We miss you. We wish you were racing with us.
Hey, Jaime, good to see you. It's good pace there, mega pace, like you said. So right now, Bando is lapping in 1:24.2, which is not a bad pace for him, given that he's 7 seconds ahead. So he just wants to kind of keep his head down, get the rhythm going.
And a nice little battle is our champion-elect Thomas Renier against Mape Kansund, who's in P3. He's he's less than a second behind, but
Vasconcelos went off, yellow flag on him back in P16. Porsche sounds so good. Look at Schmidt here. Meleski have a little battle going on with Bekavak. Schmidt getting really close on him. Two BMWs facing the Porsche.
Yeah, Mike's getting really, really close behind Schmidt.
Yeah.
He's
looking at the inside there.
Yeah, that is not a passing place. Neither is this all the way up here. Even if you can get a sniff and get alongside, there's no room into the braking zone here. Somebody's got a lift.
Yeah, Banks went off. He's in P9, lost the leader, and Ellis are up. So 38 minutes left. We're gonna see pits are gonna open in just a couple of minutes. And we'll see who dives into the pits first. Looks like Obando has a comfortable pace. He's kind of sitting lapping in the upper 24th.
Yeah, he's stroking it. He's trying to figure out how to stay focused because he's got basically 40 minutes of this of just droning around. So I don't think anyone is going to be able to challenge him.
This is the closest battle on the field right now. Ken Schmidt in the United States in the BMW, chasing the Canadian in the Porsche. pretty good spread of car brands. I think a couple of... oh, Schmidt went off. He just went straight. He must have missed his braking point.
Yeah.
So that's Mileski up to P12. Now Zimmer is looking to take advantage. I don't know, do they simulate, you know, if you go off, do you get like dirty tires for a little bit? I'm not sure. Sometimes it feels that. It feels like that sometimes.
It does feel like that. I'm not sure it does though.
It would be cool. I mean,
look, if you think about it, there's so many things that they could do to this game or sim, whatever you want to call it. There's so much they could do to it to make it so much better. You know, we talked last week about the tow. There's basically no aerodynamic tow and suction when you're behind another car. We want to see more smoke. I want to see flames. I want to see bodywork flying. There's like so much. And here we go. We've got Zimmer trying to get past Kenny Schmidt. He's now going to try the inside. That's not the place to go. You really need to get a better exit here to line up for the outbraking maneuver at this next left-hander. That, for me, that's like the best spot to overtake other than the last turn. And the first turn, for that matter. But here, you know, this is basically, you got to go in a line here. This is not an overtaking spot unless somebody just goes straight off.
Yeah, let's see. Schmidt is, yeah, there's no real, I mean, you don't take a defensive line, and just the Kavak in front of them went off.
Yep, he went off and into the barriers there. Must have missed his braking spot, or just took a little bit too much inside curb going in. You can do that, and it'll knock you off.
And here you can really set up in the last turn. Zimmer looks a little bit on the inside, try to stress,
yeah,
and that's exactly.
He's got him. Oh, he's going to take him. Yep.
Yeah, and I think that's the strategy. You can kind of stress people so they look in the rear view mirror as they go through that turn, because if you don't get that one right, you're kind of messed up. That's exactly what happened. So here we go, Darby and Lawrence. I think they had contact there, car 5 and 700. I'm gonna see. I can see if there was contact. Nope, not recorded. Parks tried to do make something happen with Vasconcelos back in P17. McClellan is challenging Messick. McClellan, that we want to, if he has a Scottish tartan, we want him to dress the car in tartan. We want to see that. We have to.
Oh,
that was very close.
Contact there. He made contact with Messick, but no foul. Very, very lucky he didn't spin him out there.
Jaime says that Ubando doesn't get
he did it again. He outbraked himself, nearly ran into the back of Messick.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris.
No, Jaime says that Ubando doesn't get stressed from the rear view mirrors because he doesn't use them.
That's true. He drives in VR, so you know you basically don't have any mirrors. You've got to rely on the radar.
I don't think I could do VR. I think that would be too much.
So have you never tried this track in VR?
No.
It is amazing, right? It is just amazing. You know, I think I know this track really well. You know, I used to play in. Oh, there's somebody off. Who is that?
And Messick he just did this maneuver. I think he.
That was really scary.
That, but yeah, I mean, he really avoided that skillfully.
But yeah, no, I mean, I've raced this track for many, many years. You know, Gran Turismo in the 90s, and all the way up to today with Assetto Corsa Competizione. But the moment I drove this track with VR was like, you know, it was just the most amazing, eye-opening moment, because when you go down the corkscrew, you know, the sense of depth is just absolutely insane, and it makes you feel sick. It legitimately makes you feel sick, and it feels like a roller coaster. It's amazing. Yep, exactly. It's the whole point of VR, Willie, to make you feel sick. No, it's crazy stuff.
Yeah, I get motion sick really quick, so that's probably not for me. I really like the color on Mesic's Porsche. It's the green is just really right. It's like this Aston Martin type green.
Yeah, it does. It reminds me of the Aston Martin, for sure.
Yeah, very nice. Right, Zimmer is on a roll. Challenging on Maleski. Gonna take the inside line. Yeah, he's taking it.
He's gonna try. Oh, that made contact. He really, that was getting his elbows out right there.
Yeah, Zimmer is kind of getting famous for these moves. So, did they do contact? Yeah, actually.
Yeah, there was a little contact, but it wasn't a big deal. It was just banging fenders.
What is it they say? I don't remember, but there's something racing and...
Rubbing is racing.
Yeah. Rubbing is racing. That's the deal.
Yeah.
Parks have a nice livery too, chasing Vasconcelos. Yeah, the McLarens are not really representing today.
They're not, are they?
Is that the new McLaren? I think so, yeah. I think I'm gonna go back to the McLaren. Yeah, that's the new one.
I thought you were just going to concentrate on the Cup car next season.
that's going to be my priority. Yeah. I really enjoy the Cup car, and it's not as scary as people think it is. And probably after the last update, it's actually an easier drive.
Well, you pointed something out a couple of weeks ago about the Cup car, and that is, people get scared of it and they don't give it enough of a chance, because basically when you get in that Cup car and everything's cold, it literally does feel like you're on, you're on ice skates. It's awful. But once everything gets warmed up, the tires get warmed up, the brakes and everything, it turns into a completely different car, and it feels much more like these GT3 cars, because it is a GT3, but just without traction control. So you just got to be a little bit different on the modulation on your gas pedal. And also the braking, the brakes aren't quite as good as these GT3s.
Yeah, it might be that people kind of get in the car. I'm going to try this out, and they just crash on the outlap, and they're like, screw this. Oh, here we get someone, Tennant and Parks had a little scare. Or Vasconcelos rather. Oh, Tennant sliding completely off. So that gives Parks the opportunity to go up to P14. Can we see what JA is doing? JA meaning, who is that? Jeremy Robot. Okay, let's see what Jeremy is doing.
I'm enjoying this fight between Messick and McClellan, though, because McClellan clearly is a little bit faster. He just can't get past. He's just got to figure out where he needs to make a run. And I think that run is going to be out of turn 3 and into turn 4, where we saw Zimmer overtake Maleski.
Yeah, Jeremy's up 4 positions. I don't think that's affected by any of the recent pit stop. We have a couple of guys that's been in for pit stops.
Yeah, I saw Parks had just came out of the pits a couple of laps ago. But yeah, Jeremy into P9. So what did I say? That he would get into the fringes of the top 6. So he's definitely on course to do that, as long as he just keeps it on the road and stays consistent.
Oh, here's Zimmer again, making a move on Jeremy.
Yeah, not going to do it there, but he's going to go down into turn 1. He's now, Jeremy got a really good exit out of the last turn, and now they're in the Andretti hairpin. Double apex, and see what he's going to do here is he's going to set him up not on this, so he's going to get a little bit closer here, and he's going to set him up on this next turn. He's nice and close, so he's going to try and get on the gas a little bit earlier than Jeremy and get a run down into this this left-hander. He didn't quite do it, but that's the best opportunity. That's how he set Maleski up a few laps ago.
Yeah,
it's got to be patient.
A little bit. Went out in the sand a little bit.
Got to be very, very patient here, unless he's going to try and force Jeremy into a mistake. Don't want to get too close because you don't want to hit that car in front. He's way too close. Yeah. Way too close. Patience, patience. Trying to line him up into. Oh, he's going around the outside. Look at that.
What?
What a maneuver.
That's a move. That was really
amazing.
Nice.
Amazing.
Nice.
And actually, Jeremy, I think Jeremy, he was off the gas because he just went into the pit. So that looked spectacular, but it was more spectacular than it actually was.
Yeah.
Because I think Jeremy lifted.
Oh, let's see. Thomas on Canson. Canson went wide. So Thomas now up in P3.
Yeah, Willie, that Ferrari is very planted. You know, it makes me wonder what kind of damage he's got, though. Because if you look at the car, he's got scuff marks all over the bloody thing.
Yeah, Jaime, James Parks has really improved, you're right. And that's kind of cool. You see, you know, with guys that have been driving for quite a while and you see how they improve. You know, it's really cool. And it's all about practice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Ferraris looks racy today. Look at that. We have 4 Ferraris in the top 10. McLaren have the same same color as Zimmer, so that's a little bit confusing. Yeah, we want McLaren to have tartan. I have to tell Nikos to make something for him. Assuming that he's actually of Scottish descent.
We've got Mappe and Leader and Zimmer in the pits right now.
Yeah, halfway through the race. Should see more people come in.
So currently our top 3 is Obando, Colombe and Renier.
Yeah, Obando is 15 seconds ahead of Colombe, so that's very nice.
Yeah, he's checked out.
Yeah. Lapping low 124 last lap. Also have the best. We actually get 1 point for fastest lap in group 1 and 2. So Bando sits in P11 in the championship, won the last race. He has 2 non-starts and he has 1 win at Bathurst and this one. And then he had a P2 in race number 4.
Oh, somebody has hit the P pits going in, I think. Or am I wrong? No, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, McClellan, Column is in. Bando is happily driving in his pretty good pace.
Darby is off. The second from last turn.
Ouch.
And is he going to go into the pits? No, he's not. He's just letting somebody pass. He's letting Schmidt pass. And Bekovac comes into the pits. Really, really slow in here. He is being really, really good, really careful. Now you can get a little bit faster than that. There you go. He was doing like 20 miles an hour in the pits.
See if Obando is going to go in.
Got a whole bunch of people in the pits. So we've got Bekovac, Banks, McClellan, and Richard Colombe.
Oh, Obando stays out. There's someone in front of him that I think gonna yield here in a minute.
Richard is coming out right now and taking it very gingerly, coming out of the pits. He knows that it's really, really dodgy. Love the sound of that AMG. AMR, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we actually don't have any Mercedes.
Of course, it's an AMR, but it's got a Mercedes engine, right? So with Aston Martin Racing's announcement a month or so ago that they're going to be teaming up with Honda in 2026 for the new Formula One season, the new Formula One regulations, do you think that means that they'll be putting Honda engines in their road cars? I would assume so.
That would be interesting. Or maybe, I mean, it could be just for the purpose of Formula One. Oh, good
Robert
battle
is
here.
in the pits.
McClellan and Banks fighting. Yeah, so that's fight for position because they've both been in the pits. Yeah, Kavak,
And
yellow flag.
so both Robert and Renier are in the pits.
Yeah, McClellan super racy in the Ferrari. It is a nice ride, that Ferrari. There's no question about it.
Like
So
a good
both-
pit stop from Robert.
Yeah,
Make sure he
Obando
doesn't
and
speed.
Thomas is in there too. Yeah, that's one thing I'm missing on my leaderboard. I don't see if someone goes and get the penalty.
Good, he's just exiting now back onto the track.
So I think most of the guys, Vasconcelos has not been into pit.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yep. All right, let's see. Thomas is coming out from the pits now. Bando is out with fresh tires too. Don Queen, welcome. How are you? McClellan is really putting pressure on Banks now. They've been going at it for a little bit. Maleski up to P12, passing Schmidt. Tansund is he was up on Messick there, but he pulled back. Looked like so. This is right now the fast. Oh, there's a spin. There's Banks. Let's see what happened. Look at that a little bit closer. Helicam maybe. So yeah, oversteer, little snap, and that's that. Hey Nikos, welcome. So McClellan up to P9. I think everyone except Vasconcelos. Oh, get that away. Vasconcelos has not pitted yet. He's doing well. He probably needs to pit soon because his times are not that good, and it's less than 4 minutes. Let's get to Zimmer. Zimmer putting pressure on Schmidt. Let's see what Zimmer gonna do on the inside. There he comes. There he comes. No contact, I think. Let's see. Yeah, no, it wasn't any contact recorded there. All right, well, that's good. That's a favorite move for Schmidt, is to be very aggressive on the inside. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, but I think that was cool. Vasconcelos still out on track. It's amazing.
I wonder if he realizes that he has to pit.
Yeah, that's the question. I mean, he would have a counter on and data on that. So here comes Ellis. Ellis have a fantastic livery. That's another piece of work from Nikos. The RAF roundel.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Love it. While I was in England a few months ago, I went to the RAF Museum in North London and go up close and personal with Spitfires and Hurricanes, and
love it.
that livery is like absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Vasconcelos went in.
Yep.
So now everyone have pits. Everyone has been in the pits.
Yeah, actually, Lee is having a great race. He's in P7.
Yeah, he's up 4 positions. Messick still the big winner. 9 positions, which is really good. Messick in P5 right now. Canson is down 3. Hugo Caballero down 11. Unfortunate for him. Brito's down 13. Darby again.
Darby just spun in front of Messick.
Yeah, Darby has not had success on this track today.
See if Joe can do anything
Lee has a
about
guy
the Lambo
that
in
does
front of
his
him.
liveries. Okay. Yeah, I don't think Nikos made that livery actually. Lee's livery. So Thomas is reaching column here, so maybe he can make something happen. That's a good looking livery too. That one I know that Nikos did though. Martini.
Yeah, that's a brilliant livery. I mean, it's so classic and iconic. That and the Golf livery. Who was it who had the Golf livery last season?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think there was a Golf McLaren, I'm sure, and it was like beautiful. It was the perfect color.
And Darby had a little off again. Okay, here comes Banks challenging Jeremy, but he went out in the sand a little bit there. He had the move coming. That Audi was really popular for a while. Right now we only have 2. I've been driving the Audi. I really liked it. It's a small. It feels like a little small car compared to the McLaren at least. Okay, we have a blue flag in front of Jeremy. Nice work there. Splash of color livery. Oh, here Colomb goes wide. Gives Rainer the opportunity. Let's do a replay on that. Here he come. There's Colomb. Okay, he got a little bit hard in on that apex there. And Rainer is now in P2.
Yeah, so he's just basically moved up. We've tried to stay out of trouble, and now I think he started, what, P5 or P6?
Yeah, let's
Our
see.
champion-elect.
Yeah, he's up 5 positions actually. Thomas, so great job by him. Let's see what Banks can do. Running in P10. Zimmer gonna reach Meleski here. So it's interesting. What's gonna happen? So there's a blue flag in front of Mike, but I think that's gonna work out. Good spot for that. Perfect. Yeah, we know that the signature move of Simmer is on the inside, so as you know that, you can kind of try to shut that line. Mike goes really, really wide. Simmer get good contact here. He's gonna set it up, but he gets a little slide. He was setting up for the move you described before.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike lost traction completely, so Simmer got the freebie.
Yeah, almost looked like he let him. I mean, he moved over and let him by. It
Yeah.
looked like.
I wonder if he got like a little unstable there, so he kind of just lifted off.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, because if you keep your foot in, you'll go into the right-hand barrier.
Yeah. Banks on a robus. See if Banks can do a P9. Banks up 2 positions so far from his starting point. Mike is up 5 actually. Mike Maleski behind there, so that's a good job. Jeremy is up 4. See who did best in the pits. Best pit stop is fastest pit stop is Thomas. No, I'm sorry. Leader actually. He did a 58-second total pit.
Wow.
Which is the best so far.
Yeah. What was my pit stop yesterday? I think it was a 101, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult to master the pit stops with this game. Just like coming in, obviously figuring out where the pit entry line is, where you have to be in first gear at 30 mph, and also like the pit exit, as well as how to stop properly on your mark so that you don't have to be wheeled back, because that will lose you, a considerable amount of time. I've tried over and over again to get it right, and I feel like I'm almost there. Like 9 times out of 10, I can stop on my marks like pretty much bang on.
Yeah, because if they don't lift you straight up, you lose like 2 seconds or so. I have a little overlay app that's kind of, it's ACC Drive, and they give you like a little box to aim for. So you kind of just on the screen, you drive into a box.
You're cheating.
Yeah, well,
I'm just kidding. It's assistance. I get it.
It's assistance. But it's difficult if there's a lot of people on track, and you kind of have to, because if you drive through a car and then your pit box comes up, it's really difficult. And if you drive too fast, then you overrun it. I used to have a manual pit limiter, which I stopped. That's too much to think of.
That's way too much to think about. I mean, you're just asking to get a drive-through.
Oh, yeah. Banks is really pushing. Jeremy's not really easy to pass.
He's not. He's got a bloody wide car. I mean, the car's wide enough as it is, but he makes it twice as wide. And he's
just quietly kind of just do a defensive move and prevent you from doing what you want to do. Oh, David, your computer won't let ACC drive? Very nice. It's too bad. It's my favorite overlay. Helps me with tire setups and... Come on, McLellan, see what you can do here. Fighting with Ellis for P7. Almost 8 minutes left. And don't miss, we're gonna have interview after this. And like and subscribe. And if you subscribe, click that little bell, because then you get notified when we go live. And Jonathan and I have committed for another season of commentary next season. Enjoy doing this together with you, Jonathan. It's always good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun torturing our audience.
Yeah. If we can come up with some cool features to add to the pre-show and all that, so increase the entertainment value. So my daughter was in labor yesterday when I was commentating on the Porsche Cup. Or she wasn't really in labor, but she was in the hospital. So I was teasing her that she didn't put the stream up on the TV. Yeah, has this fantastic big room, a big TV with an Apple TV, so you can, stream from your device up on the TV.
What was her excuse? Did she say, "I'm sorry, Dad, Porsche Cup is not my thing"?
I don't know. It wasn't a good excuse.
Yeah, Nikos, we need to have you in commentary, sir. We need some more European blood.
Yeah. Oh, here's McClellan. Ellis going wide. McClellan moves in, takes P7. Vasconcelos goes off. Yellow flag on him. So McClellan is up 3 positions right now. 14 seconds up to Canson up the road. See if Ellis can come back. Let's go back to also to look at this little triplet. Simmer, Banks, Aroba. Simmer is just kind of on a tear coming up the field. Let's see. Simmer is down 3 positions actually. So he has a little bit. He's a faster driver than these guys. So he just wants to climb back to where he started.
Yeah, he's also driving with damage, so he doesn't have very good top speed. He's got no aero, but he's okay in the corners. He's trying to get past Banks, and that's just not a passing spot right there. You've got to set yourself up to pass into the braking zone. So he wanted to be close to there so that he could pass into this braking zone. Similarly, he wants to get a better exit out of this corner, which he really didn't, because he was basically having a look where he couldn't pass, but now he's hurt himself going down here into this braking zone, which is another good overtaking opportunity. So got to be a little bit more strategic when it comes to placing your car and figuring out where you can overtake and where you can't.
Yeah, and in that turn too. Here it comes on the inside. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Snappity-doo. Yeah, I mean, he really had no business. I mean, looking at it live, he had no business poking his nose in there. I thought that was always going to happen.
Yeah. No, it wasn't really the right thing to do there.
And he paid the price. Yeah.
He got excited.
For sure. Yeah, I'm looking at the replay, and he had already turned in. He had already turned in towards the apex of the corner. Yeah, there was space there, but he was already turning in, so that was not cool. But he was the one who was worse off.
Yeah.
So, no biggie.
No.
Hopefully, lesson learned.
And then the hairpin here in turn 2. If you defend on that one and you go on the inside, you really compromise the exit from it. So
that's right.
There's a balance. Ellis tried to do a comeback on McClellan. Less than 5 minutes, less than 4 minutes here, just a little bit remaining of this race. Crowning the champion, Thomas is going to be the champion, no question about that. And I might be so bold, so I'm actually going to prepare my graphic for the podium. And you're like the coach for Robert, so so you should be proud.
I'm very, very proud that top 2. We practice together almost every night, so with some good camaraderie, we have a good laugh together and try and help each other out and race each other and crash into each other, all kinds of stuff, and it's good to see them in the top 2 here. Nikos said that Zimmer means room in German, but there was no room there. Bad pun.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely right, mate. Excellent. Yeah, Dimitri, I was wondering where you were. I guess he having a long weekend in Quebec.
So Colomb in P3. That's let's look at him. He hasn't been up on the podium, I think. No, this is a really good result for Richard, because his best result in
Thomas has spun.
No,
Thomas spun going down the hill after the corkscrew. That's allowed Robert Colomb into second place, and I think Thomas is going to be off the podium as well. Yeah, he is going to let leader Messick and Kansan pass. I think that Thomas is going to be in 7th place, in 6th place. Yeah, he's dropped down to 6th. Damn, what a commentator's curse right there, mate.
Tell you.
Jesus.
And now I have to update my graphic.
You got plenty of time. We've still got another lap after this, I think. But Matt, damn, he was probably just like stroking it, just like, I can just chill here. And he totally messed up. Damn.
Yeah, so now we have a leader in P3. I'm updating my graphic.
Yeah, the leader is not leading. He's in P3, but he's doing a great job. I love that that Lambo. And Richard just went off a little bit on that fast left-hander on the way up the hill. He's 32 seconds behind Robert. Amazing. Robert has just completely destroyed this field. But the question is, can Richard Colomb hold on to P2, because that Lambo is very, very close behind him. And as you said, I'm not sure whether Richard has ever been like on the podium in a de facto Group 2 race. So he's probably like sweating bullets right now.
Yeah, his best result so far is P6. He has two non-starts. So yeah, best P6. So that's super exciting. So here we come. I think it's probably the last lap, right?
Yeah, this is the last lap.
Run out.
Yep. Yeah, Stefano. Yeah, no chilling at Laguna. You got to keep your eye in. Hit every apex. But you know what? No foul for Thomas, because he is the champion and did a great job this season. Definitely well deserved. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next season. We should definitely pull him into the post-race interviews to get his opinion on how his race went and how the championship went for him.
Yeah, absolutely. So gonna see that they are Simmer or leader. I don't see leader on the mic. I don't see Robert either.
Crossed the line. Robert crossed the line to finish the race half an hour ago, and now in second place is Richard Colomb and leader is P3. Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's your top 3.
That's awesome.
Then Messick, Kansund, and Thomas Renier rounding out the top 6.
Okay, so let's get in. Let's see who we have here. I don't see Obando on the microphone. I see Thomas. Let's pull in Thomas because he's the champion. Hey Thomas, I pulled you into the commentary interview section here. Although you're not on the podium, but you are the champion. So congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm a bit of an idiot that way. I don't even know what I did. Next thing I know, I was pointing in the wrong direction.
Yeah, that's Laguna Seca for you.
Total loss of concept.
So unfortunately, we don't have Obando or Colomb on the mic, so I keep an eye if they show up. But yeah, I mean, good season for you. Unfortunately, you couldn't race for the Porsche Cup. But I think, I mean, the championship of Group 2, that's...
Yeah, the Porsche Cup, we had a death in the family, so...
Yeah.
I was at a funeral yesterday. But yeah, no, that was fun. I just wanted to thank Jonathan Wood for all the help. He's been coaching me every night for, I don't know, 3 months, trying to get me a little quicker.
Hey, you're the one who drives the car, dude.
Yeah, but
So tell me, what is? I mean, do you have something that you kind of specific that you changed that made a big difference in your driving as you were practicing?
just I think just better attack of the corners, better braking points, slow in, fast out, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I guess learning how to tune this new Porsche up a little better.
Yeah.
But congrats to the podium. You guys were awesome today.
Yeah. So I see we have Neil. I pulled you in on the mic here. So do we have Column?
Yeah, hi.
I don't see Column. Yeah. So Neil on the podium. Congratulations. I think this is your second podium because you had a win. Race number 5. I don't remember the track.
Yeah, that was at Valencia.
Yeah, Valencia. So how was your race?
That was the Valencia one was one where Robert didn't win, didn't run. I think I kind of handled that a little bit.
Okay.
But, yeah, this is kind of surprising. I think I qualified 11, so I was 8th going into the pits, and then I was really kind of pushing at the end. John was closing on me. He was like 7 seconds behind and ended up like 1 second behind. And I think Thomas was unlucky. He kind of spun out with a couple of laps to go. So yeah, it's a good way to end the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Roberto Bando for the win. Very nicely done, sir.
Thank you.
So that's your second win in a row. I mean, are you kind of the mountain man? So you kind of like these type of tracks that have elevation change? Laguna have 180 feet elevation change. So it's not like Bathurst, but anyway, how was your race?
It's my local track, and I've seen many races here, whether it's Indy cars and Porsche Cup races, and so I'm familiar with the track, and I've also done track days here, so I've had professional instruction, so the track is very familiar with me, and I could basically drive it in my sleep.
Yeah.
And but yesterday I was driving with Johnny, and he gave me a tip about going up the hill toward the corkscrew and what gear to be in, and I took that advice, and it made it a lot more smooth. There was a lot less I had to do before that left turn going up the hill, and that helped me a lot in terms of consistency and also getting about 2 to 3 tenths of a second better each lap. So that was a good learning experience from my mentor, Johnny.
You can pay me later, but what I want to know is, did you throw up in your VR headset going down the corkscrew like for an hour?
Yeah, it's. I mean, doing it in real life, you get that sensation, and in VR, it's real similar. But yeah, I'm used to it. I'm used to the elevation change.
Yeah. So provisionally here, the championship standing is Thomas, Mappe Kansund in second place in the championship, and Neil P3 in the championship. I mean, that's awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome. Yeah. Congrats, man.
Provisional, if no one reports you and we need to put the penalty on you, that's so you're the P3 in the championship.
I don't think I had contact with anyone during the race, but we'll see, I guess.
Yeah. All right, guys. So this was fun. So we finished the season here for Group 2, Laguna Seca, and it was a good race. Very clean on the first lap, I think. Yeah, no big things, and you guys put on a good show. So thank you for that.
All right, thank you for the commentary.
All right,
yeah, thanks for everything you do.
Thanks, Jonathan, for joining me.
Congratulations, Robert.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we go off to watch Group 1 here in a little bit. So 40 minutes.
All right, enjoy the off season, boys.
All right, thank you guys. Talk to you later.
Right,
thanks.
So thank you guys, everyone on the stream. Thanks to the sponsors here, SIM3D, Syndeo, and the Castle and Cauldron. Thank you guys on the stream. Really appreciate you coming in and watching. Hit the like button and let's watch Group 1. I won't be racing, but I'm gonna watch it. So see you then. Bye-bye.